Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. If you hear some mumbling in the background of this video today, it's because I have my baby trying to take a nap and he's just chatting away to himself, so I have him on a monitor. So I wanted to today do a little catch up and talk about some things pertaining to birth because I am going to give birth soon. Let's just say very soon. I'm going to be giving birth and I don't know how soon, but I'm feeling the pressure. Literally, I'm feeling the pressure, and also just mentally, I'm feeling the pressure. So, I've gotten a lot of baby stuff in the last couple weeks. Like, I've been ordering stuff that I know that I need. I am having like a little baby sprinkle soon with some friends to celebrate the baby. I wanted to make this pregnancy feel special still, and this baby to feel, you know, special, so, and different, and just have its own, like, welcoming committee, you know. But I don't have a register or anything. I was just like, if you want to get me gifts, like, I obviously welcome gifts. Gifts is one of my love language, but I don't need anything, like, I don't need any of the essentials. If you want to give me something that, like, you know, is like a cute shirt or a book or like something meaningful, I'm always welcoming that. But as far as like registry items, I don't need that stuff. I have a lot of stuff from Case, and if I don't have it, I ordered it. It's not that big of a deal. So like some of the smaller things. Also this time around, I just know what I need and what I don't need. Some of the things that I am going to show you, I've actually never used before, but a lot of these are things that I used last time, really are maybe things that I can't reuse, so I've had to buy again, but I'm excited to share with you guys some postpartum newborn essentials that last time really I just loved, and that I actually used all the time, because like I said, some things you just realize you don't need. And so I wanted to share those with you guys. And also, I was going to answer some questions I asked on my Instagram story. I feel like I haven't really, I mean, I have here and there, but sat down and talked about maybe things that I want to do differently with this, like birth, postpartum, newborn phase, and just answer some questions about birth in general, because again, it's coming up. So before I kind of like take a break and just kind of like check out for like a couple months or a month or two, we'll see. Yeah, I just wanted to answer those, catch up, let you guys know how I'm feeling, and just be open and honest. Let's get into the haul part. I have a lot of stuff here, okay, that I want to show you guys. And again, let me just emphasize, you don't need all of this stuff. Like, there are alternatives. There are always cheaper alternatives that you can get. These are things that I've found to be worth it for me personally, but you are a different person, so obviously use your own, you know, judgment on what you want to get, but these are just suggestions. So I'll give you a little reason why I like each one. Okay, first of all, right here, I have like all my stuff for this haul. This is the base weekender bag. I used a black one last time for my hospital bag, and I'll probably be using this gray one that I have now for my hospital bag again. It's like the perfect size, and I did overpack last time, and I wish I would have brought stuff that I didn't. So possibly I'll do like my own, when it's really close, I'll show you like what exactly I packed in my hospital bag, but this is kind of just more of an overall haul. Okay, this is something that would go in my hospital bag. This is my Polaroid camera case. I just got this little case from Amazon, and I will link all of these things in the description. This is like a very basic case. It's nothing crazy, but last time I brought my Polaroid and I brought my film camera to the hospital to take pictures and stuff, and then I just had my doula take like photos on her phone. However, this time I want to bring a little bit more. I feel like I could have gotten more footage. I could have gotten more. It was COVID at the time, so like the hospital rules were a little more strict, but I want to bring my vlog camera, and I'm bringing my Polaroid camera because last time I had just gotten this and Nick went to go take a picture, like literally the day after I gave birth, and we didn't know that it came out of here. Like, his finger was blocking it and it got jammed, and we couldn't take any Polaroids the whole time. So I love taking Polaroids with this camera. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I have tons of Polaroids now. So this is nice because it has this little pouch for the photos, extra photos, charging cord, all that stuff. And I'll probably get another one for like my vlog camera and maybe my film camera as well. So that will be going in my hospital bag. These are probably my number one recommendation for breastfeeding postpartum. These are the Silverette nipple cups. I actually weirdly still have my ones from my first pregnancy, or from my first like breastfeeding journey, and I think I can reuse them, but also you can send them in. I know this sounds weird, but you can get them like engraved as like a keepsake. So I might do that. So I got new ones for this baby because I might like engrave that and have I know that's weird. It's like a weird mom thing, but just for myself, you can literally make a necklace. Okay, these are the Silverette brand. You can get them off like Walmart, or I think I got these from Amazon, I'm not sure. Pretty much, I guess silver helps heal or like soothe your nipples. I didn't have a lot of nipple pain when I first started breastfeeding. That was something I was very scared of. I was terrified that breastfeeding was going to be extremely painful for me. And I had a nurse at the hospital that I gave birth at who was so helpful. She was wonderful, and she helped me get a good latch and like breastfeed in case it was a pretty big baby, which I hear helps because they have like a stronger jaw. So he latched really well. And after like a couple days of kind of getting used to it, I didn't have any pain when I was breastfeeding. Like, yes, here and there, pumping or something, if it was like a lot, it would kind of be rough. And I don't know if that was just because of, you know, the latch itself or because of these. I would put these in my bra and just literally have them. They looked kind of crazy, but like the first like month or so postpartum, I wasn't doing anything, and I would wear big sweatshirts. So I put them in my bra over my nipples and they would soothe them. And that's like really all I did to help. I never really used a nipple balm or anything like that. I think these are great. So you can get sizes. Actually, make sure these are the right size. You can get, want to make sure they cover your whole areola. So that's my number one. Here's something I've never tried. Okay, so I love this brand, Haka, I think is how you pronounce it, I'm assuming. And last time I had their their, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but it's a pump that pretty much stays on your nipple and just hangs down. And it's a little longer. I'm sure you've seen it. You like suction cup it and it just like catches your drip while you're breastfeeding on the other side. The problem with that one is it's a little bit longer and bigger. So your baby is right here and it can kick over the little holder thing, the little pump, the little catcher, and all of your milk would be spilled. Like, that happened a couple times, and like, let me tell you, there's nothing more devastating than spilling your breast milk. Especially, I just couldn't like pump that much. So anytime I spilt milk, I would literally want to cry. So I've heard these are better. These are the Ladybugs. So you can kind of see that their shape is shorter and kind of goes right over your boob to catch the milk and gets you like that extra couple ounces, and you can put it in your bra too. So that's nice. Again, these are not electronic. These are just suction, so they just kind of catch the drip. So you're not like pulling a ton. It's just like catching the extra, which is really nice to have. If you do both sides, like if you breastfeed on both sides and then you catch like the drip or whatever on both sides, you can get a couple ounces to make a bottle or whatever. So I'm excited to try this. I've heard good things. Speaking of Haka, I got this silicone cleaning brush kit. We had this for cases, bottles, and pump stuff. It's just the best. Like, you can get those ones at Target. This is not a necessity, but it's really nice because it lasts longer than those other ones. You know, it's just non-toxic and reusable, and we used ours and loved it. So got this brush cleaning set. Another thing that I never had last time, I never collected my colostrum last time. Is it called colostrum? Like, now that I've been seeing that all over TikTok about like taking colostrum. I'm like, wait, is that what it's called? Oh yeah, colostrum. It literally says right there. I got these little collector things. I guess you just kind of like suction them in. For those of you who maybe don't know, colostrum is kind of like a honey textured substance that comes out of your areolas before your milk comes in. So you can collect some before you actually give birth, and that's what the baby drinks like the first like 2 days maybe of their life and before your milk comes in. So it's really good to have extra colostrum. If they get sick, you can kind of feed it to them. You can freeze these or put them in your fridge or whatever. I don't really know. I need to look more into it. I've seen a couple people post about them collecting their colostrum, so I'm definitely going to try to do that this time. This is a brand I've only found on Amazon. These are the bottles Case used last time. I know people say don't, and it's true that babies take different nipple shapes or different bottles. Like, don't invest in like a ton of the same bottle because your baby might not respond to it. So I just bought 2 of these because these are the ones that Case liked. So I'm just guessing hopefully this next baby will like these ones as well, because maybe it is like the same shape as my nipple. I'm not sure if that's logical, but it's called Gula Cola. I don't know. I've never found this anywhere else. I can't even find the real site. But they're glass, and I only use these when they're really small, like up to for the first like 3 to 6 months. I usually introduce a bottle of my breast milk. Usually I've done this once. Last time, around week 4, we tried to do a bottle, just a couple ounces of my breast milk, and Case responded well to it, which was really nice. And then when we started supplementing with formula when he was like 10 months old, maybe less than that, it was a really easy transition because he had kind of gotten used to bottles sometimes, and that really worked for us. So these are, like I said, these are from Amazon. I'll link them. I really like them. If there's an opportunity for me to get an item that's not plastic, I would prefer the glass or silicone option over plastic, and that's just me, but that's why I went with the glass ones. Okay, I got these from Zara Home. These are not necessities by any means, but they have the cutest baby stuff right now, and I'm kind of redoing my diaper bag. Like, I actually had a backpack last time and the strap broke and I loved it, and I just loved having like just the essentials in there, you know. But I found this little wipe holder. This is from Zara Home. You don't need this. I understand that you don't need this, but look how cute it is. You can put it in your bag, and then also sometimes if you're already using wipes and you just throw them in your bag, sometimes they can leak a little bit because they're like wet. So I think this is really cute. And then I got a matching burp cloth to go in my diaper bag just to have these in there. I think it's really cute. And then I got more burp cloths. So my friends who were moms before me were like, you just need a ton of cloths and burp cloths, like washcloths, just little cloths. And they were right. So I ordered these from Amazon. I think these are cotton. Again, I will have all these like linked in. A lot of them will be in my Amazon storefront. These are just burp cloths. It's nice to have so you don't get it all over your shirt. You just have them all around the house. I got like a cute little color scheme that I feel like goes with, I don't know, what I like, my aesthetic, I guess. I don't know. So got a bunch of these. These will be going in the nursery. You can put these around the house. It's just so nice to have, especially for visitors, so you can hold your baby without getting spit up all over them. And also you can just use it to wipe stuff off the baby. Just very nice to have. Like I was saying before, I prefer to have like the silicone or the glass or like the option besides plastic as much as possible. I'm not like anti-plastic, but if I can limit my plastic use, the better. And I already have some of these for breast milk, and so I got more. I got like a second set, and they're reusable breast milk storage bags. So I don't know, I like the look of them. Oh, I got the green ones this time. And you just put a little note of the date and when they expire and the amount that's in each bag. Then you freeze them, and it's really nice to have. I don't know, I just really liked these. They roll up super easy. Yeah, that's that. Okay, as I was saying, cloths. I think these are more burp cloths. in a different color. These are just white. Yeah, these are just white burp cloths. These ones are a little square. So nice to have. Can never have too many. I think this is a great gift for moms if you're going to a baby shower and you don't want to spend that much money. Like, you don't want to go out and buy them like their new $300 thing that they put on their registry, and you want to just like buy them something that they will use. This with some diapers, always good. So got these from Amazon as well. Okay, the changing pad that we got for Case was the Kikaroo. It's like a peanut shape. It is a little pricier than other changing pads. Again, like, we would change them anywhere, like on our bed or on the floor, but it is so easy to clean. We did change him on that for so long, and we still have it for this next baby. It's a great investment. I really, really like it. The shape of it, like I said, is so easy to clean up. It's comfy for the baby, and you can just put these little changing pads on there. I did throw away my changing pads from last time because they were just used a lot, obviously, and I just wanted to feel like these were clean and sanitary. So I got rid of the other changing pads that I had. I had like 3, and I would just change them out and wash them constantly. And after like a year or more of using them, I got rid of them. And so I just got 3 more. So I'm sure you could have more. It's always great. But these are just the peanut shaped changing pads to go with the Kikaroo. Highly recommend. If you're going to like put a changing pad on your registry, put the Kikaroo, because it's so great. It really is. It's so great. I don't know what else to say about it, but it just, I don't know. If you know, you know. Okay, this is something I didn't have this specific one last time, but if you are going to use bottles at all, or pumping stuff, it's really nice to have like a drying rack or something, because you use them so often. And yes, while it's nice to be able to like put things away after you dry them, it's just not, you're not going to do that all the time, you know? So I just got this one. It's like a bamboo drying rack. I like it because it has a little top rack on it and a bottom one for like little parts. When you're pumping, especially with an electric pump, there are so many tiny little parts that you can't lose that you have to wash and take apart and put it back together. So it's nice to have like a little catch-all area. Yeah, this one holds up to 9 bottles, which is a lot. So with Case, when he was a newborn, they taught us how to swaddle in the hospital, and he loved being swaddled. So we would use actual swaddles, like, blankets to swaddle him. Like, we got really good. Nick was like a pro swaddler, to get them real nice and tight in there, and he would just snuggle up and fall asleep. He loved being he loved being swaddled. I know some babies don't. He did. And so that's all I can go off of with this one. Maybe he won't being like maybe he won't like being swaddled, but we learned about like the swaddles that like Velcro pretty late at, like, we'd already been swaddling him with just regular blankets. But I've heard great things about these, that they're just super easy because you like Velcro them. We'll see if we like it. Like I said, we got really good at swaddling, so we might just keep doing that with like a regular like stretchy blanket. There are a lot of companies who have the swaddle blankets. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that are like stretchy. Those are the ones that work the best, that like stay tucked. Some of the like, if it's like this material, what is this, muslin or whatever, it doesn't like, because it doesn't have like stretch to it, if they get a little strong and they can get their arm out, it just doesn't like stay as nice and tight as like those stretchy ones. So we'll try this. This is the Halo Sleep Sack Swaddle. This isn't like a weighted one or anything like that. It's just like a zip, and then you put their arms down and then you Velcro it, which to us sounds like torture, but like genuinely, Case loved it, and it would put him right to sleep, and it soothed him. So, and now we're gonna get to the fun stuff that I have right now. I'm gonna show you a couple little onesies that I have for the new baby. So I've been trying to find the box that I saved from Case's newborn clothes, and I cannot find them anywhere. And I think it might be in our storage unit, but I also like wanted to get some new stuff for the baby. Again, my love language is gifts, which my bank account doesn't love, but that's just how it is. So I feel like I wanted to get him some of his own clothes and not just like completely have all hand-me-downs. And I know that's like a luxury and it doesn't really matter, but since I'm somebody who enjoys shopping and enjoys giving people physical gifts, this is how I feel like for him, I'm getting him his own, some of his own clothes. I will reuse a lot of Case's newborn like outfits, but anyways, who cares? Doesn't matter. It's just me over explaining, but got this little onesie. Case was born in the winter, obviously, and this baby will be more in like spring, summer, but all I put them in is onesies. Like, literally, you only need like 2 or 3 cute outfits for maybe pictures or maybe like an outing or something, but these are what I would dress Case in 24/7. Just easy, snappable onesies, preferably with no legs, because of where we live. So this brand is, I've never tried it before, but it's called Mini Melisma? I don't know, but it's really soft. This is like this dark green color. I got this one from Gray Label. I thought it was cute. It's just like a little brown striped. Again, soft, stretchy, easy, grabbable, easy to wash. Literally all he wore was just onesies, and maybe sometimes you throw some like stretchy pants on them. Another really cute one. This one is from Petite Bateau. What? I don't know. I'll try and find this one and link it, but so cute. This one's tiny. This is like a newborn size, I think. 1 month. So tiny. I can't believe. Look at this. I love this brand. One more in the family. It is a little pricier, but I really like their stuff if I want, like I said, to have like 1 or 2 nicer outfits. And I love their accessories. Like, look at this beanie. Look at this beanie. I love their socks too. And some of their jackets. Look at this beanie. It's so cute and so tiny. Now I got him some other clothes too. Here's some socks I got from the brand. I'm not even going to attempt that. Some brand from Denmark. But these are so cute. Oh my gosh. I usually don't stray away from color dressing my boys. I feel like it's already hard enough to shop for boys. And to keep like a neutral is just, first of all, not really me. I try so hard to like reel it in and stay neutral because sometimes I get sick of something if I buy that has a lot of color. But when I buy kids clothes, I just love colors, like especially primary colors. And shopping for a little baby girl is a dream that I have. Like, I look at baby girl clothes all the time and I'm just like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. There's so many options. So boy clothes is hard to find cute stuff. I feel like people just like kind of do it as an afterthought. They'll be like brands make tons of cute baby girl clothes and then they'll just like throw in some like shirts with boats on them for boys. And so whenever I find something different, unique, a cool way that like brands use color in baby boys' clothes, I love. And I think these are really cute. These ones have like swans on them. So cute. Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about that I actually don't have yet, I'm waiting until I get a little bit closer to order this just so my house isn't like packed to the brim, is postpartum stuff. Last time my friends threw me a baby shower in California. I had one in Arizona with like a bunch of family and friends, and then like my close friends here in California had a little baby shower for me, which was really nice. And they got me this big basket of postpartum essentials. And at the time I got them, I was like, oh cool, this is nice. Like I did put them on my registry, but I wasn't like, it's not as exciting as opening like cute little baby clothes, obviously. But that was like my favorite present because it was so nice to have on hand. It was such a thoughtful gift and I needed so much of it. That's how I discovered a lot of things that I recommend now to postpartum moms. So Freedom Mom is obviously great. I used their boy short underwear, their disposable underwear. They're like gray and they're like boy shorts. Those just happen to be my favorite ones. I didn't like the diaper shaped ones. I liked the boy shorts. They were super comfy. They held everything in. I don't know. I kept ordering them. I ordered them so much because for 6 or more weeks, you got stuff going down there that you can't be wearing a thong or anything like that. So I got the Frida Mom ice packs down there. If you guys really want to know, I'll just tell you what the sandwich is for. I don't know. I only had a vaginal delivery so far, so I don't know if it's the same for C-section, but for vaginal delivery, this is the sauce that they give you, the secret sauce. So you have your disposable underwear, then you put a pad, and it's a long pad. It's a long pad. It's not just like a little cutesy little panty liner, it's a long pad. Put the pad, the ice pack, which again is a long ice pack, hefty, like we're talking this big now, under there. Witch hazel, like wipe thing. I think the Freedom Mom ones have like a longer one that you put on top. It's like a wipe with witch hazel that's like very healing. And then I would use Dermaplast, I think that's what it's called, directly, because I had a little cut on the side that I had like one little stitch on the side. It was really tiny, but to like spray for itchiness, and it does get itchy. That's when you know it's about to get better. So you got a big old, like, you got a situation down there, and then when you go to the bathroom, you use a peri bottle. You need a peri bottle. I actually got a bidet attachment in my bathroom, which I think I showed you guys. And I'm so excited to use it postpartum because you gotta have a peri bottle, you gotta have something. Just give you a nice rinse down there, especially if you have cuts or especially if you have stitches or something like that. Just get you nice and clean. And then from then on, like, your life will be changed. From every period, I would use my peri bottle because it's just nice to get nice and clean. But if you have a bidet, even better. So I had some from my baby shower. I had some of those essentials, but also you can get them from the hospital. They usually give you some, ask for extras. The peri bottle they give you is not as good as one you can get. Like, you want one that you don't have to squirt up. You can, like, do this. Does that make sense? You want one that, like, goes like this. They just give you, like, a regular spray bottle that squirts up. It's not as accurate. It's not as, like, easy to use. It's not necessary to have the one from Bodily or the one from Freedom Mom. And Bodily is the other brand that I really liked. They also have a lot of postpartum necessities. I got some, like, warming postpartum drink mix from Bodily from my friends. I used Bodily's pillow. They have, like, a little seat for sitting down post-birth when it's a little painful, when your tailbone is a little bruised, when your butt is a little sore. It's really nice to have to sit on because you're sitting a lot to breastfeed. I think I had their hand cream, their nipple cream, and I used their socks. Bodily has, like, hospital socks that are grippy on the bottom. I loved those. I wore those the whole time in the hospital. I'm going to get them again. And I think that's it. I'm sure there's more, but that's all that's coming to mind in terms of, like, postpartum essentials. And I also wanted to say, like, if everything goes to plan, I will have a very similar birth to my first one. I loved my birth. Not that, like, when I said that the first time to Nick, like, I was like, oh, I want it to be exactly like last time. He was like, really? I was like, why would you say that? He's like, you seemed like you're in pain. I'm like, well, yeah, but that's part of the good part is, like, obviously I think it's harder to see someone you love in pain when you're not in control of it. But for me, like, I loved every part of my birth. It took a while. I was in labor for, like, over 24 hours, probably, like, almost 30 hours. And I was not progressing very fast. Like, I was always progressing, but it wasn't very fast. And I don't know, I loved it. Like, even though it took a long time, I felt like it made it just special and very rewarding when I finally got to that point where I was, you know, dilated and ready to push. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I felt like I ran a marathon in the best, like, most rewarding way. Like I said, my midwife was so nice and supportive, and I didn't tear where people usually tear. I tore, like, a little bit on the side. I loved immediately after birth. Like, I just loved the whole thing. I thought it was beautiful. It's not that it was, like, the perfect thing, but it was the perfect birth for me, for Case, and to just, like, our family. So, I wouldn't change anything. I think the only thing I would change maybe this time is if I knew it was going to take as long, it might be harder to, like, push through. Last time I didn't know how long it would take. This time I hope it goes a little easier. So things that I'm going to do a little differently to prep for this birth is, last time I did the evening primrose oil, I did the red raspberry leaf tea, I did curb walking. This time, I didn't do dates. Dates was hard for me. I'm going to try and do dates this time. 6 dates a day, which is a lot. And my friend also told me about birth prep, and it's this like supplement. She sent me a link, and I'll link it here. I'm not recommending it. I'm not a doctor, okay? I asked my doula about it, and she said she was like gave me the okay for it, but I would definitely don't take it unless you ask your doctor or your provider or whatever. And I'm probably gonna start that like a week or two before I go my due date. I don't want it to be early necessarily, but if it all goes to plan, that will make the process a little easier. It'll kind of soften my cervix. Like I said last time, I was just like progressing pretty slowly. And so I want to give my cervix and pelvic region the best opportunity to perform at ease. I guess, if that makes sense. So I asked on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me questions, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, for like recommendations, questions about birth, postpartum, all that. So I'm going to read some of them and answer them. Okay, somebody asked about a double stroller. So last time I was sent the Bugaboo Fox 5, I think it was, or 3, I don't know, the newest Bugaboo at the time, the Fox, which is like the one you can take off that goes from like the bassinet to the toddler seat, and you can also use your car seat and put it in there. Loved it so much for walks. It was the best stroller. I'm obsessed with it. We still have it. It is a little rough now that we've been using it for so long. But I obviously wanted a double stroller so I could have both kids in the stroller at the same time. And so I went with the Bugaboo Donkey 5, I think it is. And the reason is I just love Bugaboo. Everything I've ever got from them are pack and plays from Bugaboo. Their quality is so good. And yes, they're on the higher end price-wise. And this is how I feel about a lot of brands that do baby stuff is their stuff is better and it's better quality and it won't break as much most of the time. Not saying this is always the case. But sometimes the price is like, wait, it is better, but like that much better? I'm not sure. So if you have the money and you have it within your budget to buy these things, great. If not, it really doesn't matter. Like people have gotten away with using nothing for their babies. Like these are just, you can pick what you want to splurge on. So the Bugaboo stuff is usually it's like the same price as like Uppa Vista, Nuna, and things like that, which Bugaboo is just super safe. It's a European brand. Their standards are really high and I've never had anything break from them. I know some other brands, like other stroller brands and other big baby brands will have like their car seats and stuff have to be sent back, and Bugaboo has a really good just reputation for that. So I loved my Bugaboo Fox. I also had the Bugaboo Butterfly. Still have that one, which is like their little travel stroller. Like I said, I have their pack and play. Love. And so I went with the Donkey 5. I've heard great things about it. I bought that one. So it's sitting in a box in my office, ready to be put together when the day gets closer. And I'm really excited about it. And I think I showed you guys maybe a couple of videos ago. I can't remember if I did or not, but anyways, it's like this taupe mineral color. I had to get it from like some obscure site because they were sold out. So it ended up coming. I haven't seen it all put together yet, but it's really cute. Birthing course. So last time I did pain-free birth, and it was a great class, a great course. It was online. I took it the weeks leading up to birth just to kind of get a read on I realized I didn't know anything about the birthing process, like what your body's actually doing, what contractions actually were, what your baby's supposed to be doing, why it does certain things. And it was really informative, really great. And I feel like it was a little bit more leaning towards unmedicated. And obviously it's called pain-free birth, and how to get through an unmedicated birth with, a good mindset and practices to kind of help you be zen throughout the process, which I wanted, so it was great for me. And I'm going to attempt again to do another unmedicated birth with the least amount of interventions as possible. And so I wanted to redo a class and like take another class, something different this time. And Maddie Murphy from the Bad Broadcast, she did this course. It's called Hypnoactive Birthing, I think it's called. It's the Curtis method. Again, I'm going to link all this stuff. I started taking that and I really like it. And I like her because, I'm sorry, I have like a hair in my mouth. I like her because she isn't so like unmedicated is the best way. She's like, I want you to have the best birth, perfect birth for you. So whether you are going to like get an epidural or a planned C-section or induction, whatever it is, she wants you to have the best experience, which I think is great because nowadays it's amazing we have modern medicine to, you know, get our babies here as safe as possible, as they possibly can, and do as much as they can. But we also have the option to try to do what we want to, and we have, you know, our own mother's intuition to follow and stuff like that. So it's a perfect balance, and I'm only like, I'm not that far into it yet, but it's super informative, and I've been doing the affirmations in the morning. It's good to like listen to them and just reframe how you think about birth, because a lot of people are really scared. I was scared the first time to give birth. This time I still am a little bit scared, honestly, because I just know how it is, and you're just always going to be a little bit nervous. Well, at least I am, because there's just a lot of unknowns, but also I have so much confidence going into this. Like, I know I can do it and I will do it. So it's been good to listen to those affirmations, do some of these like exercises. Nick did watch the majority of my pain-free birth course I did the first time. We don't have as much time to like sit down for hours together because we have a toddler to do this one together, but we'll kind of like switch off sometimes, and if there's parts, especially for like a partner to be there, he will like hop in and do the exercises with me, which is really amazing. And I think somebody was asking me about, someone said, how did your husband help you through birth? So I want to talk about this because, and I don't want to get emotional, but literally Nick was an incredible birthing partner. And a lot of it, I think, is if you're just married to a good guy with good intentions, who's loving and supportive, like, he will be a good partner. He doesn't have to take a course. It's great if they take a course with you, because then they know what's going on more. For Nick to know about contractions, like what dilation was, like these things that, you know, maybe men just are never taught. Women barely are taught it. So he was so supportive, and I really expressed to him before what I felt like I needed going into this birth. Specifically, like I was telling him, even if I say I can't do it, just know that I can. I need you to believe in me, and I need you to be there to support me. I'm weird because I'm not like super affectionate physically with other people. I never have been that way. I've never been super cuddly, even like with my family growing up, and like they would try. Like my mom is always like, why aren't you cuddle? Like, why don't you like cuddling? Why don't you like hugging? But in certain situations, I become very needy to touch. Like, I wanted Nick to be like playing with my hair and rubbing my back, and like I just needed to constantly pretty much be leaning on him or touching him. And so he was there the whole time. Like, literally didn't get a wink of sleep the whole time. Obviously, neither did I. Like, we were both wrecked afterwards because we both were not eating. We both were just like, he sat in the shower with me, like put water on my stomach, like was pouring water on my back, just like giving me affirmations and like telling me how good I was doing. And it was just like so nice to have. And like while I had my doula and my mom there, it was just like Nick was my main, this was our baby. So it was like, in the pain-free birth course, she kind of describes it as like, your partner is the tree and you're the river. So does that even make sense? The partner's the tree. That's who you're leaning against. Like, they're stable, they're staying there. You're flowing, you're moving, you're like more susceptible to the weather. So you're kind of like going through the motions, and they're always there. So you can always lean on them. And that's what I really expressed to Nick beforehand, is that's what I needed. I felt like, I'm going to do this. It's going to be hard, but I need you to believe in me and express that, and like really show me that you believe in me, because that will give me the confidence to go forward. And so that's exactly what he did. And it was a really like the most special day ever. I remember it so vividly because we just had like really special, like sacred moments together while I was laboring and like going through contractions and like going through the emotions of I'm not progressing, like all these little things. And he was there the whole time. So I feel like if you do have a partner and you are taking a birth class, it's obviously great to have them take the course with you, but also really express like your wants and needs for birth and be specific, because they might not be able to read your mind. They probably can't. And everyone's different. Some people don't like to be touched during labor. Like I've heard a lot of women who are just like, I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be talked to. Leave me alone. I'm in the zone. And so if your husband's like trying to touch you the whole time and you're like, no, I don't want that. It can be, just express what you want from them. Think about like times when you are scared or you are in pain and what you want in those times, or when you're sick. Like if you are you someone when you're sick where you want someone to like hold your hair back while you're throwing up? You want someone to be like tickling your back, and you want somebody to like be very nurturing to you. It'll probably be the same. If you're someone who's just like a tough bitch, then, and you like to be like, I don't want anyone touching me, I can do this on my own. That's great. Express that. Be like, I just need you to be there for whenever I say I need something, but like, I just want you to watch me, you know? So anyways, that is what I was going to say about birth. Okay, the last thing I'll talk about is rules or boundaries for people visiting the baby or visitors. I feel as though most of the people in my life are very respectful. Anyways, I don't really have anyone who I would be scared for them to come over and I know that they would do like step over my boundaries. So it was never something I was super worried about. Some things that I think this time I'll do differently than I did last time is be a little bit more expressive about photos or videos, because I feel like sometimes people don't, especially if they're not in the social media world, it's not anything that they do intentionally, but I think just with everything that we know now about just, I don't know, so like cybersecurity, and I know that sounds like extreme, but I just don't really want people taking photos of my baby, especially me and my baby, like right away. I don't want them sending it out before I have a chance to send it out. So, sorry, my camera died, so I had to readjust it. But what I was saying is, I think a boundary I'll be a little bit more clear about this time is, you know, when they come visit the baby, it's okay if you take pictures on your phone of you with the baby. I'm happy to take some photos of you guys. However, I'd appreciate it if you didn't share them on social media. And if you really feel like you want to, you know, send them to someone, please ask me before you do. And that's something I feel annoying doing to people because I feel like they don't understand, but it's just, I don't know, something I think is important to me. So also last time I gave birth in the winter, so I was way more scared about like RSV and things like that. Again, no one I know really is like trying to kiss my baby. So it wasn't really a concern of mine, but I was pretty, like when people would come over, I tried to be pretty like clear about like, oh, we have soap and you wash your hands, we have hand sanitizer, whatever. But most people know, again. And if they don't know, just ask like, hey, can you wash your hands? Have you been feeling sick lately? Things like that. So telling people, you know, I don't want young kids around my new baby. So if you want to come visit, that's totally fine. But just like maybe leave your kids at home if you can, or with a babysitter or whatever. And yeah, just it depends on what you want. But those are my things. Like, I don't want you to be sick. I don't want you to be sending or posting photos of my baby or taking photos or videos that I don't really approve of, and I don't want to just be, you know, whatever. So I loved people coming to see my baby. Like, I wanted to show my baby off. I wasn't like, no one come see me. I feel like if people asked, I would be happy for them to come. So I don't know, it's hard because even when I know people have babies, I'm scared to ask them. Like, I want to see the baby, but I'm scared that I'm intruding. But I don't know, I think it's nice. Like, I think people usually do want to share in that moment unless they're feeling super overwhelmed. So I just think the best thing to do is, I guess this is more for people if you are a visitor, and you're the guest and not necessarily the person with the baby, is go over, offer to help in any way. They probably don't care if you hold their baby. Like, they're not gonna be like, no, you do my dishes and I'll hold my baby. They probably won't care. It's really nice to offer. Just like, I will clean your house. I will bring you dinner. I'll do this. I'll do this. Can I fold your laundry while you're sitting here talking? Like, what can I do for you? And it'll make people feel more relaxed and just less stressed. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope that answered the question, but that's really all I'm going to talk about today. I know I just stayed in this place. Also, if you notice, my room is really cute. I got these new paintings, and just kind of like tied the whole room together. So I'll definitely show more. I'm getting like 1 or 2 more things, and the house is really coming together. I'm going to do an updated house tour. I'm so excited. It all looks so good. So stay tuned for that. If you guys have more questions or like you want to comment and ask, for any other links for like postpartum stuff, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to reply, and tell you like brands for certain things if I know them or have them. So that's that. I'm just like getting really excited. I've actually been loving the end of this pregnancy way more than I was the last pregnancy. I think maybe just I know like to cherish it more. Last time I was just like, let's get this show on the road. I was very impatient. And I do feel better this pregnancy, like the end especially. I'm just feeling really good. And so, yeah, I've been going to chiropractor appointments. Didn't do that last time. Get adjusted, aligned. Try and get everything ready for birth. Myself, my mind, my body. Stretching out, doing all the things. So that's that. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.